Well, here's the beaver dam that's flooding the neighbor's property. Here's the creek. This is the main creek. Runs through my place, and then you can see right here is the dam, and then another part of it goes that way. But that's where my property starts, right here. You can see they really haven't built a dam here yet. It's kind of hard to see on the phone, but they've only been here about 6 months that we know of. Yeah, see, they really haven't even built a dam in here. They got some sticks and stuff in there. Really not gone to town. And they got plenty of room here to make this thing go a heck of a lot higher. This is all flooded. I mean, used to be able to pretty near jump across the creek in here, but not anymore. See where the beaver's been chewing, and it goes quite a bit of ways up around in there. This would be a great place to come catch minnows and muskrats or beavers. Or it's good to know about places like this, because you can't get food at the grocery store. You can get food here. There's all kinds of food in here. I mean, this thing will support you forever. But let's go take a look at the lodge if we can get up there. You can see flood ends about right up in there. Then it comes out in here. Oh, this is flooded. We're walking on thick ice right here. But once it thaws, this is all going to be flooded. You're talking about habitat. This is awesome habitat. You name it, for everything. Just great habitat for all walks of life. You can see where the beaver's been climbing up, eating. It's like a feed bed, we'd call it. There comes the geese now. There right now. Shit. See where they go. They're just circling. There's a couple. They'll figure it out. You can see where those sticks, the bark's all chewed off, and that's what the beavers do. They chew the bark. They just go find one and they climb up there and they eat. Another big pile there. That's an old creek bed. There's a muskrat right there. Right. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh. It's just a matter of time for they figure it out. There's a muskrat house right there. Right there. That's what geese like to nest on top of, muskrat houses. A lot of these management areas, they manage their nesting areas by managing the muskrats. If you get too many muskrats and there's no vegetation left, you don't have enough muskrats and you don't have the houses for them to nest on, It's really important. Swans nest on them too, like the geese, but you gotta be careful. You get around beaver houses, you never know where they got a deep channel dug. Get right over your head. You see, that's the new lodge right there. There's actually another lodge upstream. I know it's been up there for a while. Trevin used to keep these all trapped out. He hasn't trapped them in a while. As long as they stay up here, we're going to leave them alone, because we want to have all the ducks and geese. You can see the lodge right there. That thing will be probably 4 times that size this time next year. This is a a run right here. Channel they're digging. They got a channel they're digging right here. Working on it. That'll be another way into the lodge. Yeah. Probably about to take a boat back here before too long. It's not my property. It's right on the edge of my property. So I couldn't let them flood my property. It doesn't matter if they flood us. This is gonna be awesome. I think we're gonna see a lot more ducks. Wood ducks are gonna love this thing. We should make up some more houses, actually. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Make up some houses really quick. Get them out of here before this thaws. There's a muskrat house right there. That's a muskrat house. Geese will just kind of round it out on top, make a nest, lay their eggs. Then they got this creek. If they want to go down, get in a larger water, they can just head downstream, or they can stay in this pond, or whatever. It'd be a great spot. That's my property over there, the high ground where it starts. So we are definitely going to change that. This is my yard right here. We planted all for deer and bees. I think bees mainly, but deer too. We plant all kinds of things in here. Ain't much left now. We're gonna clear this brush out here, plant some grafted chestnut trees there. It'll be good for the bees, good for the deer too. I guess deer really love chestnuts. We're gonna knock that brush back there and put more crabapple trees and more apple trees. We don't own a lot of land, but we do own it's pretty quality. There's a lot of wildlife on it. They're right down in the valley here. Real rich peat soil. We got the creek, Duck Creek. It's actually a designated trout stream. Trevin's been planting some apple trees. We got these ones that like Home Depot or something. These ones over here actually are doing a little better. He bought those off of what's his name there. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that Iranian guy wanted to sell stuff. But got grafted. Those are actually doing better, grafted apple trees. They're cheaper too. Trev's got them all trimmed now. So you can see the creek where it's changed. The beavers moved the creek over. Not all of it, but it didn't generally used to flow through here. So that's like an island now. We got a bridge going to it from the other side. But deer blind we never hunted out of. I think we hunted out of it twice. Something like that. We generally don't shoot the deer here, but we like to watch them. Sometimes we'll take one, but we got plenty of other spots to hunt them. We will turn this into a waterfowl hunting place though. At least a couple times a year, eh? Boom boom. Boom boom. What do you say?
We need to plant some cedar trees.
Plant some cedar trees, yeah. Need to do that too. That's an old apple tree. All trimmed up again. Hopefully it starts producing someday. Rabbits like the bark on it. We're gonna cut these back here and then plant more. We got one apple tree there. We'll plant it with crab apples and regular apple trees. Like a deer bee paradise type. Crab apples, that fruit holds on a lot longer, so it'll be a better winter food for them, for the birds and everything, you know, squirrels, you name it. Coyotes, pheasants, turkeys, everything will benefit from that. Has a big seed in it. You can see where the beavers diverted the stream. That's a regular creek. So probably a good quarter of it's diverted anyway. It's gonna get a lot worse, or a lot more flow, so once they start building it again. This is a designated trout stream. Duck Creek, it's a really nice stream. It's got all kinds of fish in it. It's got everything. I've never seen an otter in it, but it's got like beavers, muskrats, mink, you name it. It's got everything. Trout, suckers, you name it. Perch minnows, pike minnows, spear and decoys. But anyway, we're gonna go look at an apple tree.
I could probably use that tree.
Yeah, we gotta rescue this tree here. Gotta knock that poplar tree down, or whatever you want to, aspen, or whatever you want to call it. We call it poplars, but it's actually an aspen, I guess. I don't know. Tip that one over and open up this sunlight in here. Looks like it needs to be trimmed some more. Looks like this whole side's dead, Trev. I'll probably just cut that whole thing off here. Yeah. The other side might be dead too. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it and see what it does. Open up the sunlight. Rabbits have been in here. Oh, that's deer poop actually. If we knock that tree down, it'll get a lot more sunlight. Even that one right there too. This is a lot higher ground up here. We're gonna plant all this too. Trees. I'm gonna build a bedding area in here. It's the highest, driest part of my property. Build a spot for them to get away from humans. Just never walk in here.
We can plant stuff up
Yeah, this is nice high ground. So we need to build the bedding area right here. And this is already where they're bedding anyway. Need to thicken up. This rock come popping out of the ground. Isn't that cool? Just a huge rock from Canada coming down from the glaciers. Ow! I thought there was a shed for a second. This rock, a little piece of granite or something, come down here and from the glaciers up in Canada. Road down here. And frost pushed it up out of the ground. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of room up here to plant stuff, son. We just need more cedars. Build them a nice thick bedding area in here. Wind block. The problem is we have bucks up to about 2.5, and then we don't see them no more. They just vanish, so. We don't want to hold. This is the main bedding area right here. It's the highest spot in the property. People are always like, oh, they got that swamp to bed in. Well, deer don't want to bed down in a swamp. Would you want to sleep in a swamp? I mean, if you have to. But they'd rather sleep up here where it's high and dry. Well, this is right here is where they bed. We probably should leave this alone and then just plant trees all the way around it.
Yeah, that's season thing.
Just leave this the way it is right here. Don't change it a bit, because that's what they like. And then we just surround it. Surround it and some cedars. But it's fun. It takes a while to get your property just right. See, we had that 14 acres over off of 15. We had every deer in the whole section on it. It was funny. I mean, all the deer were living on it. Just because the way we built it. But it was pretty funny. We had all the deer.
They spend like 90% of their time right here.
Yeah, you can see where they've been living in here.
It looks like they moved down here to keep all this grass in between that and the house.
Yeah. We can pop some cedars in there and thicken that all up, and we'll make this place into a paradise. Anyway, I think that's about it. You can see all the deer runs going to our food plot. I wonder if you dried that stuff out and make good smoker fuel, probably. Yeah, we gotta dig some more trenches to help dry it out. There's a buckrat. Yep, just keep poking away at her. It's fun building a piece of property. It add value to it too, you know. Some guy wants to hunt here. You know, some guy wants to buy a house. You go to sell your house and there's like a bunch of deer living on it. It'll definitely help in your sales. But a lot of people like to hunt their backyard. We like to watch them. We don't really hunt them. But I think they pretty much got everything. Oh, they're down to eat turnips now. Turnips are like the last thing they eat. But anyway, I guess that's about it.